Swan Lake. Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there was a beautiful princess named Odette. Odette was kind and gentle, but one day, she was cursed by an evil sorcerer named Rothbard. Under his wicked spell, Odette was transformed into a swan during the day, and could only return to her human form at night. Odette lived by a large, peaceful lake, and every night, she would regain her human form along with other maidens who had also been cursed by Rothbard. To break this curse, I need to find true love, Odette explained to the other maidens. But if someone who loves me promises his heart to another, the curse will never be broken, and we will remain swans forever. One day, Prince Siegfried was out hunting when he stumbled upon the lake. As he gazed across the water, he saw a beautiful swan gliding gracefully across the surface. Fascinated by its elegance, he watched as the swan landed by the shore and, before his eyes, transformed into a beautiful young woman. The prince was astonished, and cautiously approached her. "Who are you? And how is it possible that you can change from a swan to a woman?" he asked. Odette told the prince her sad story, explaining how Rothbard had cursed her and how she could only be saved by true love. "If someone truly loves me and pledges his heart to me, the curse will be broken," she said. Moved by her story and struck by her beauty, Prince Siegfried made a solemn vow. "I will break your curse, Odette. I swear my love to you." But Rothbard had been watching, and he devised a plan to stop them. He sent his daughter, Odile, to the prince, magically disguising her to look exactly like Odette. The next night, a grand ball was held at the prince's castle. Prince Siegfried, thinking only of Odette, was eagerly awaiting her arrival. Then, much to his surprise, a woman who looked exactly like Odette appeared at the ball. The prince was convinced it was her and, without realizing the deception, pledged his love to Odile, believing she was Odette. Meanwhile, back at the lake, the real Odette saw what had happened. Her heart broke, and she wept bitterly. "The prince has promised his love to someone else. I will never be freed from this curse." Later, Prince Siegfried learned the truth. He had been tricked by Rothbard and Odile. Horrified by his mistake, the prince rushed to the lake to find Odette. "Odette, I have been deceived. I'm so sorry for what I've done, but I love you truly. I will fight to save you, no matter the cost." Odette forgave the prince, but Rothbard appeared, determined to separate the two forever. The sorcerer used his powerful magic to summon a great storm, and the sky grew dark. The lake became wild with waves, and the swans were thrown into chaos. Odette was once again transformed into a swan as Rothbart's spell grew stronger. Prince Siegfried, filled with courage and love for Odette, took up his sword and faced Rothbart. The prince fought bravely, determined to free Odette and the other maidens from the sorcerer's curse. As the battle raged on, Siegfried realized that only the power of true love could break the spell. With one final act of love, the prince overcame Rothbart's magic. The storm subsided, the darkness lifted, and Rothbart was defeated. The curse was broken, and Odette was restored to her human form. The other maidens, too, were freed from their swan forms, and the lake returned to its peaceful, serene beauty. Odette and Prince Siegfried were finally united, and they pledged their hearts to each other. From that day forward, they lived happily ever after, free from the curse, by the beautiful lake where they had first met.